Our class created a country named Arvum. Arvum has flat farmland. Our national animal is the wolf and our national flower is the yellow rose. We created a country that valued equality and education. We also valued technology to incorporate some sci-tech aspects within the game. Our country also helped the less needy within it. For starters, our country's constitution was based off of Canada's constitution. We valued some of the same things as Canada does, such as education, welfare, and equality. When it came to things that were different, we only had two parties in Parliament, and one party was attempting to overthrow the government. About the law, I understood that absurd cases will be brought to court at times. I also learned that in court, the jury will not always make a correct decision even if the truth is crystal clear. About the government, I learned that leaders in parliament are thirsty for power and will even make false promises to get votes. I also got a sense of what goes on in parliament. It is very aggressive in that place. When it came to human nature, I realized that humans will do anything to keep themselves alive. When it is a matter of life and death, humans forget about ethics and rules and regulations that are set in place. That is when I realized that laws were in place for protecting humans from being victims of mistreatment. I believed that I was a citizen that would not mistreat others due to fear of prosecution. I also believed that I was a caring and kind citizen that would not turn down people in need. I remember on a few occasions, poor people would ask me for free units. I happily gave them some. I also felt that I was easily convinced and rich people almost got me to give them their units for free. Overall, I felt that I was a citizen that would help society progress. Our nation treated our weakest members very well. Shive and Harmeet gave resources to those who needed them, and most of the times I gave it to them for free. I noticed Shive's generosity to people outside of his party. This shows a positive image of the party I'm from. I was rich through unit ownership, and the rich helped the poor in whatever ways they could. The government distributed the education and healthcare units unevenly, but quickly. The speed at which the government handed out their units displayed their enthusiasm, but their uneven distribution showed their careless planning. In short, I was proud of my country's will to help the needy. However, I was disappointed because I felt that we had a lot of unnecessary conflicts that could have been averted. I felt that if our country had worked together and quarreled less, we would have been even more successful. I've compared the treatment of my nation's poor to the way Prophet Muhammad treated the poor. We compared when we both helped regardless of the race or culture of one in need. Muhammad would help people regardless of if they were Muslim or not. Shive helped people regardless of if they were in his party or not. We differed when our rich people looked after themselves first and then helped the needy. Muhammad did this the opposite way. The people in my research, they solved the problem of the needy by establishing a charity house called the Bayt ul-Mal. In this, the rich would store the wealth that would be given to the needy whenever they wanted. It was sort of like a food bank but with money. I have learned many lessons that can be incorporated everywhere in life. One of them is that humans will not care about laws if they need to obtain any item vital for their survival. Another thing I learned that was in there is that there will always be some nice people in that world and that you should be that one person. What I learned about the government is that they are a very important thing in our society and that people don't pay enough attention to it and they should. And my proof for this statement is that less people are voting in each election. I also learned that whatever happens in court is not always true. The government introduced very important laws during winter. These laws were created to protect our citizens and ensure that basic units will be affordable for all. If these laws are broken, then the offender can be taken to court, as Curtis was taken to court this fall. The threat of being sued deterred people from breaking the laws, and not that many people were taken to court. Those are the values of having laws. If you have a monopoly, and there is no law preventing it, you are almost as powerful as the government. You are able to charge whatever price you want, and the government won't be able to seize your company because of the charter rights and freedoms. In our game, we were aware of the fact that a monopoly could lead to our country's destruction. Due to prior knowledge, we protected ourselves by creating a law that said, no monopolies allowed. Thank you guys so much for watching my presentation. I'll see you next time.
Created using Powtoon.